All right, we're going to talk about work rules that they don't teach you in school. So the first one is show up like you mean it, and really just means be on time. Okay, so I'm going to encourage you, set your alarm. In this situation on your phone, your alarm is going to be your best friend. Okay, don't let things be an excuse as to why you don't get to work on time. Okay, you can't say you can't use traffic. Don't find excuses. Get up, get going, get ready. You'll feel better if you do that. But get there a little early if you need to. Now, I know some of you are going to think, oh my gosh, why is this such a big deal? People are paying you to do a job, and you need to do it when they ask you to do it. And so it is important that you're there on time. And in the early, when you first start working somewhere, you want to make that good impression. You don't want to be that person that shows up late. So be there on time. You do want to make a good impression. If you get there a little early, okay, sit in your car, listen to some music. But there's nothing wrong with walking into the job a couple of minutes early and, greeting everybody, saying hi, getting ready, and being ready to get started. Your boss will appreciate it. So brand yourself. You want to make a good impression. And believe it or not, you may feel like, oh, I'm 19 years old, I'm 20, I don't have a brand. You do have a brand. You have a reputation. That is your brand. So you want to be that person that is clean and neat at work, shows up on time. You want to leave the drama at home. These are just simple things, but really they matter. Show up, shine, and get paid. The reason I'm saying this is because you want to walk into your job. You do want to say good morning to people and smile and be pleasant. We don't always feel good every morning. We don't always feel like getting up and going to work. But, put on that smile. You don't want to be that person who is moody or rude, or you're not nice to customers or whatever, or your coworkers. It does matter. You could make somebody else's day. You never know. And then overall, you don't want to be that employee. And bottom line is, this is how you're going to make your coins, and this is how you're going to get paid. So you just have to go for it. Your boss ain't your mama, okay? And when I say that, what I mean is a lot of you these days, I couldn't do it, but I'm from a different generation. But a lot of you sort of talk to your parents kind of crazy. Your parents allow you to have an opinion. My parents, my opinion did not count. Today, that's different. Some of you talk a little crazy to your parents. Okay, so really think about it. In the home you grew up in, your parents were the authority figure. Well, basically, you were being a little disrespectful. Okay, you cannot go to your job and do that. The reason your parents let you get away with that is because they love you, and they do let you get away with it. At your job, you haven't earned any love yet. Okay, that little familial love you're used to doesn't exist. So I need you to think about that. You are not the boss. So you have to think differently. Things won't always be the way you want to, but you do have to follow instructions. You do need to do what people tell you to do. You may not like it, but that's the bottom line. You have to respect authority, and you just have to get used to it. Now, speaking of bosses, you do have to remember that you're not in charge. Your boss is. And so think about it. Your boss is in charge of your pay raise, your shift you may be working. You may actually need that boss later on for a reference. So the last thing you want to do is leave a bad impression with them. So be smart. I'm not asking you to be fake, but just be a nice person. Now let's talk about getting along with people at work. You definitely want to get along with people at work, but let's be honest, you won't always like everybody that you work with, and vice versa. Some of them might not like you. People have different personalities. People are quirky, okay? So you have to figure out how to get along with people. And you may be thinking, oh, well, I went to school with people I didn't get along with. Well, that's true. So think about, it's a little bit different in the workplace. You're forced to be together for a certain number of hours, and you usually have to rely on each other to get some things done. But figure out how to work with those people, whether you really like them or not. You just want to, you want to step up, you want to be the better person. And in the end, it's going to help you to succeed at your job, keep your job. And again, we're talking about you want to get paid in the end. So I know these things seem, they may seem silly or minute, but they really are important, and they're just really basic work rules. So I'd love to know, if you started a job, if you're a young person working for the first time, what are some things you maybe learned that you didn't expect, that nobody told you? It's great for us to learn from each other. Let me know if any of these tips help you, if these are things that you hadn't thought about before. So would love to hear from you. Be sure to like and subscribe. See you in the next video.